go racing, boys. In Richmond, we haven't had this to sing the last couple of weeks, but we got it now, Jeff Owens. We're going to hit the home stretch here to the playoffs with the last few weeks of the regular season culminating at Darlington. Welcome back. I hope you and the drivers and the crew chiefs and the teams all got ample rest the last couple of weekends.
Yeah, I did for sure. It was nice to have a little break there, but it's time to get back at it. And like you said, just a few more weeks till the playoffs start. So there's going to be some high intensity, and I think a lot of nervous people at Richmond this weekend.
Any feeling about coming out of this break, like, which team, which driver is going to be really bringing it, is going to come out of this break with some energy and maybe go out and nab a win or two before we hit the playoffs?
Yeah, I kind of like Chase Elliott. He's had a good season. He's up there in the points race, but he's only got one win. And he's sort of been easing back into things, gradually getting a little bit better after an off year last year that we know was marred by injury and a suspension and all that. They've been tracking pretty good over the last few weeks, and he's a guy that tends to come on strong, I think, toward the end of the year and on into the playoffs. So I look for him to pick it up a little bit. And then, of course, you keep an eye on those guys on the bubble. Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Chris Boucher, those guys in there, I think you've got to pick it up a little bit this weekend to protect their spot or to get into the playoffs.
Hmm.
Jeff, should we make a big deal out of the news that NASCAR, I guess, came out today, actually this afternoon? They're making a couple of changes to their oval wet weather tire procedure. I read through it twice, and I'm still not sure I'm clear on what's going on, but they are going to have tire changes permitted, wets for wets. The teams will also have the option to stay out on the track and gain positions in relation to those who entered pit road. How different is the policy that they're currently using versus the one they're going to implement this weekend starting at Richmond?
Yeah, they've tightened things up or loosened things up, I guess, is what you would say, over, the last time they tried to do this, I think at New Hampshire. They're giving the crew chiefs a little bit more flexibility on what tires they can use. Do you go with wet weather tires? Do you go with the standard tires? And that throws another element into it, another crucial decision you have to make. And they're trying to do that without penalizing these guys. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't know that that'll be a factor. Hopefully that will not be a factor this weekend. But we do have an interesting scenario at Richmond because they're also giving you a tire option there. You can go with a standard tire that they ran at Richmond last year, or they've got a different option that is a little bit softer tire that's going to wear out a lot faster. So we'll see how that plays into the race. You could see a scenario where if we have a late caution flag, you're going to see teams switch to those softer tires because they're going to be faster on a restart and a short run. The downside, of course, is they're going to wear out. So that could be a factor this weekend. So NASCAR is playing around with the tires to help the weather situation, but they're also trying to fix the competition a little bit. And I think throwing those softer tires in there is another element they're looking at to try to mix things up a little bit.
All right, short time, Major League Baseball 2025 at Bristol. Your thoughts?
Boy, this one came out of left field, so to speak. I was there in 2016 when they had the football event, and that was a wonderful idea, a great idea, and it turned into a great event. I'm not so sure about this. I get it for Bristol, great chance to sell tickets. I don't know what Major League Baseball gains out of this. I hope it's a good event, but
That's a good point.
If they think they're going to get 100,000 people to come watch baseball there, I think they're in for a shock.
Especially the Braves. Who wants to go see the Braves?
Well,
or the Reds.
Yeah, the Reds can't fill their own ballpark, so they're not going to come to Bristol. So
Thank you, sir. It's not like it's the Yankees. We'll be back.